So before we get into our video for this week, I wanted to explain the introductory image that I chose to represent our special Mother's Day assignment. So it's a picture of a young woman holding a baby on her back. It was taken in 1914 by an individual named Jessie Nussbaum. And the young woman is of the Hamish Pueblo. Now, Hamish is the traditional pronunciation according to the Hamish Pueblo website, whereas the modern pronunciation is Hamis. And they are a federally recognized tribe consisting currently of roughly 3,400 members according to their website. And they are living in one of 19 pueblos in New Mexico. The reason I say this is because it's really important to reference the images and the information that we utilize so that we can know the true story behind it, so that we do not improperly represent the people represented in the image and the information given. And I chose this image because I felt like it truly represented the spirit of this assignment. Women, mothers in our lives, they protect us, they nurture us, they empower us, they make sure that we become the best versions of ourselves. And I thought this image represented that, and I wanted to remind you to respect the women in your lives because you would not be where you are without them. All right. Howdy, team. So we have around 3 weeks of school left. I want to go ahead and show y'all your project for this week, but before I do that, I want to show you some of the projects I've been working on. Another thing is, remember, always wear your sunscreen. That is the surest way to protect your skin and make sure that you stay looking young forever. If you have a bald head, make sure you wear a hat because you don't want to get skin cancer on the top of your head, and protect your eyes with sunglasses. Also, it's really important to make sure you get sunscreen on your ears because, especially young men, because young men tend to have short hair or shorter hair, and if you're a young woman with short hair, protect your ears because that's another number one place for skin cancer. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you, I have created a deep water hydroponic growing system. Now what this system uses is an air pump, which is right here, to pump air into a what's called an aquarium stone. Now an aquarium stone is like a stone that has a lot of space in it for holes, and when the air gets pumped into it, it makes these tiny, tiny bubbles. And when the bubbles come in, they come out, they aerate the water and keep it from growing bad bacteria. The bad bacteria tends to be anaerobic, which means without oxygen. So if you put a lot of oxygen in there, then the bad bacteria can't grow. So right now I have oxygen being pumped into this tank, and there is no soil. So all you see here is that there is a hydroponic, this is a clay ball that is allowing this tomato plant to stay in there. And let me actually show you what's going to happen with the roots and how the whole system works on the inside. So I just pulled off the lid, and you'll be able to see that the roots are actually starting to grow down into the water. So what's going to end up happening is that the roots will go all the way down into this water. This will be full of roots. And something important to point out is that you can't just use normal water. You have to actually make sure it has a proper fertilizer in it, and that the temperature of the water remains around like 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and that the pH, which is the acidity of the water, remains stable. If it gets too acidic or too basic, you're going to end up with a plant that ends up dying. Let's look at the next project I'm working on. So the eggs have officially arrived, as you can see, and what's up with this system is it's automatic. It requires little to no maintenance. The only thing I have to do, and let's see if you can see it here, is fill up this tank with water, because as the incubator gets hot, it's going to start dehydrating the eggs. The eggs are going to start to lose water because eggs breathe through their shells, and it will cause the little chicken side to become dehydrated. They'll get stuck to the inside of the shell. So what that water does is make sure that the humidity inside of here protects the egg from drying out. And what this machine does too is that as every 45 minutes it rotates the eggs. Now when it rotates the eggs, it's making sure that the embryo inside does not get stuck to it. Another thing to check out that I've been working on is the fact that we have a live feed going on 24/7. Now, this live feed will be something that I utilize for the actual chicken coop, so you can actually watch the chickens as they go throughout their day as soon as I get that all set up. This is something that y'all could do yourselves. It's from a program called, OBS, which is like, it's a live streaming software program, and you can create your own YouTube live stream. It's really simple and really fun to use. Okay, let's go look at the chicken coop now. Okay, we're back outside of the chicken coop. I have the frame for the door that I built. You can see that this is still missing chicken wire, but shout out to Miss Coronado and her partner Nick, who gave me a bunch of chicken wire to finish this up. So it should be done here in the next week. The eggs still have about 18 days till they hatch. So I'm going to close this all up. And then up here is where the chickens are going to be able to roost. You can see that I have a little ladder for them to go into. And what you want to do when you have chickens is, at the end of the day, they'll go up into the highest place to roost to protect themselves from predators. But you also want to close them off. So what happens here is all of this will be closed in with just flat pieces of wood, plywood most likely, and the chickens will be able to crawl up this plank all the way into the roost. And at the end of the day, I'll be able just to close it off so the chickens can't actually get out, and they'll be protected from predators. Now, I mean, we do have a lot of predators. You have to think there's so many feral cats out there. So we got to protect those chickens from that. Okay, let's go on to our assignment for this week. This week we are celebrating Mother's Day. Now, some of us do not have mothers in our lives that we can directly honor this week. As many of you know, I myself lost my mother 2 years ago to pancreatic cancer, and I intend to continue honoring her in my own way, but I also intend to show the women in my life who have supported me, who have nurtured me, that I care and deeply appreciate all that they have done for me. For this assignment, I would like you to choose a woman in your life. I would like you to think of a woman in your life that has supported and helped you. I would like you to create something that will show them that you appreciate their efforts and their support. I'm going to show you a couple of resources that you can utilize digitally to give this woman that is in your life a sign that you really care for all that they've done for you. However, and I want to emphasize this, you can create anything you want, absolutely anything you want to show your love. All you have to do is document that you created something and upload it to Schoology. It can be a letter, it can be a drawing, a photograph, a video. Anything positive and loving that you come up with will be entirely acceptable. Now, let me go ahead and run you through some resources, actually 2 resources online that you can utilize to send this woman in your life a sign that you really, really appreciate them. Now, once you've chosen a woman in your life that you want to honor, whether it's your mother, your aunt, grandmother, sister, a teacher, or any woman in your life that you want to show your respect and love for, it's time for you to create your product, the thing that you're going to show them that you really appreciate them with. And here are the 2 options I'm going to show you. So they're both online, they're both free. I do recommend that you get parental support or parental approval before you go ahead and use these sources. The first one is from Kissio Cards. So the website is Kissio.com. It's KISSEO.com. And what's really great about this site is that you don't have to have an account. It's entirely free. All you have to do is have the email address of the card that the person you want to send the card to. So first off, click All Cards, and then go to Major Holidays and click Mother's Day. Now, you don't have to use a Mother's Day card specifically. If there's a different card that you want to use, go for it. You choose your card, and what's really great about these cards is that they have music and they play, and then you can leave your own little message. So let's choose this, our first one. I'll choose this little dog right here. And you can take a look at it. Okay, super cute. So when you choose your card, you're going to send the e-card by email. That's the option that's free. So go ahead and click by email, and then you're going to type your message. And try to make it heartfelt. What that means is try to make it sound like it's coming from you and not like someone else wrote it. So I'm going to say, Dear Mom, thank you for supporting all my crazy and wild projects. Thank you for giving me all I need to be successful. Okay, and then I'll say love and my name, Ryan. Now, this is the reason why I would like for you to get parental approval or support. It asks for your email address. And what's really great about this is that it's not going to send you anything and it's not going to have you sign up for anything, but it just still wants your email address. So I'm going to type in mine, Ryan Edwards, RP Edward at episd.org. And then I'm going to put in my birth date. Now, I've tried this with every birth date from 4 years old to 65 years old, and they all work. So it doesn't really matter how old you are when you create this. What does matter is that you know the email address of the person receiving it. Okay, so now that I've typed that in, I'm going to choose the person's email address. Now, I'm going to just email it to myself because I'm not emailing this specifically to a person, but you need to know the email of the woman that you want to send it to. And then you have to choose the desired sending date. Now, do any of y'all know when Mother's Day is? Hey, Google, when's Mother's Day?
Mother's Day in United States will be on Sunday, May 10th, 2020.
Okay, May 10th. So click on it and then click on May 10th. Now, you can send it earlier if you want to. And then here's a really important thing. This bottom piece says, I would like to receive exclusive offers from Kissio's partners. On this, click no. You do not want your email going into a list where you start receiving spam and offers from this company. That's definitely another reason why I would like for you to get parental support on this one. Then click next, and you have your video, and it has your message, and then all you have to do is click send card, and it will send your card, and that's it. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The next one is actually a meme creator. And again, get parental approval for this. It's from imageflip.com. So if you look at the URL right here, it's imgflip.com/meme generator. Okay? Now, once you type in this link, it's going to take you directly to the meme generator. And this is where I recommend uploading either a picture of yourself that you want to send to your parent or to the woman that you're showing your love for, or an image of the actual person that you're sending this to. So click upload your image, and I have a picture of my mom here, so I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to open this. And what's really important, and this is, again, why I ask for parental support, is you need to make sure that this is not clicked at the bottom. It says, allow this template to be shared publicly. What that means is it's going to allow the image to be shared, and we don't want the images that we're creating to be floating around the internet. We only want them to be used by us. So make sure that that is not clicked. Click upload, and it's going to put your picture right here. And then you get to decide the top and the bottom text. But before you do that, make sure at this bottom piece you click private, because you want this, whatever you create, to be private, and it's going to require you to download it before you share it. So I'm going to type in my text. When someone asks you who your hero is, and you say, mom, 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 period. Okay? Now that I've created my meme, and I have that button where it's clicked private, okay, I'm going to click generate meme. Okay? Now it says this image is private. It will only be stored on ImageFlip servers long enough for you to download it. So as soon as I download it and exit out, it's no longer saved. No one else is going to have access to it. So click download image. It downloads it. You can click make another if you want to make another one. And then just you can check to see your image. It's officially created. It's going to leave the little watermark there, but that's fine. It's so tiny. You can exit out of that and then exit out, and you're done. You've created it. Now, when it's downloaded, you can just email it to the person that you want to send it to. If you have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to email me or text me. We have 2.5 weeks roughly left of school. We're getting so close to the end, and in the next week and a half, I'm going to be creating the video of the Bulldog Talent Show. We have almost 100 submissions, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to get through all of them and put it all together, and I'm going to try to get everyone in there. Again, I miss you all, and I hope you're doing well. Peace.